Hey, my friends, Jay Todd coming to you from the fabulous Fremont Street in
Give me this thing. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we're down over here on Fremont, all right? I'm inside the book at a couple of these casinos checking the sports bets. Let me tell you something. You want to get it right? Take the right information, I'll give it to you. Or maybe I won't. All I got to say is this. Pay attention to the guy and do what you're supposed to, all right? Otherwise, I'll crack your head open. All right, I got to get out of here. You take this thing. Take it.
Hello friends, thanks so much for joining me on another edition of This Week in Gambling, our last show before my happy ass is out the door for a week's vacation. Just as the vaccination situation at casinos across America is getting serious, and that is this week's big story. On our last show, I told you that Harrah's down in New Orleans had become the first casino in America to require proof of a COVID vaccination or a negative COVID test before they'd even let you in the doors. And this week it looks like more casinos are following their lead. All casinos in New York City are now requiring people to show evidence that they have received the COVID vaccine before they're allowed to enter. And starting next month, enforcement of this mandate will begin for all persons over 12 years old. Now, for a moment, let's forget about the obvious question of why a 12-year-old would be in a casino and instead focus on this. After September 13th, if you're caught in a New York casino without a COVID vaccination, you could face a fine of up to $5,000. Yeah, shit just got real, didn't it? Also, you may have heard that MGM Resorts has made vaccinations mandatory for all newly hired employees in the state of Nevada. But actually, that mandate is affecting casino workers in no less than 8 other states. Casino employees in Mississippi, Massachusetts, Michigan, and Maryland, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, and of course Nevada, they all face the same company requirement over the coronavirus vaccination. And speaking of Nevada and Las Vegas, the Clark County Commission is now considering paying people to get the COVID vaccination, up to $100 for getting the shot. But it's what the commissioner had to say next that has people most concerned. The commissioner is now warning people that soon, very soon, there will be a lot more places in Las Vegas that you cannot visit or work without proof that you've been vaccinated. And if that's not ominous, I don't know what is. Now remember, this is my last show before I take some time off on vacation. And a few of those days, I will actually be in Las Vegas. When I come back, I'll share my experiences with you. From the hotel to the taxi ride, from the restaurants to the casino, even what other guests are saying when I'm sitting beside them at the gaming tables.
This week's special promotion is for Gossip Slots. Casino City has an exclusive offer for Gossip Slots and thousands of other gaming sites. Visit online.casinocity.com for details.
So, Mr. De Niro, you weren't really going to hit me with that bat, were you?
Now, why would I hit you with a bat? Hold on. You son of a bitch.
This week's game review is for the Temple of Medusa online slot from our friends at Microgaming, a 5-reel game with 25 pay lines. It features a bonus round and bonus spins, and Medusa will drop in from time to time as an expanding wild, turning random adjacent symbols wild as well. You can find this game review and hundreds more when you visit our YouTube channel. And finally this week, my vacation starts right now. So our next show won't be until September 7th. Now, if some big gambling news story breaks between now and then, and I don't get to cover it, well, don't send me nasty emails. No more than usual, at least.
Call me Tater Salad.